everyone. My name is Cooper MTG, and today I've got a sealed Dominaria United collector booster box, 12 packs, box topper. Hopefully we get some legend cards. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So this thing did cost me about $300 off of Card Kingdom. Not sponsored by Card Kingdom currently, but let's go ahead and get into it here. So, opening this up, we've got our packs. And our box topper. So let's go ahead and start with this. We have here. All right, and we've got a General Marhault El's Dragon. Unfortunately, this is an uncommon, so probably not the greatest card to get, but again, it's a box topper. Won't worry too much about that. We can just go ahead and put that over there and get into our first pack. All right. Go ahead. If I can even get it open. Come on. Trying to be careful with it because, you know, I don't want to crease the Tabernacle when I pull it. So let's go ahead and finally get this pack open. Throw the trash on the ground. Trash on the ground. All right, we've got a Battle Rage Blessing, Haunted Mire, Giving Cavalier, Lightning Strike, Hurler Cyclops, Electrostatic Inventory. Oh, a foil mountain. That is gorgeous. I don't know if you can really see the foiling that well here, but it is a gorgeous card. Got a Namada Primeval Warden. Interesting card. We've got a Karn Living Legacy. It is foil. However, this is a pretty terrible Planeswalker. But, you know, always good to see Karn. Oh, we've got a Leaf Crown Visionary. This is a incredibly good card for elves. We've got a Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart. Decent card. Jasmine Boreal of the Seven. Stang Echo Warrior. This is a throwback to one of those old Legends cards. In fact, I think I used to have Stang. I don't know where he is at this point, though. Then we've got a Borderless Yavimaya Coast. Wow, that is a very pretty card there. And a Borderless Defiler of Flesh, foil as well. Decent card, but definitely not one of the good Defiler cycles. And then just a token. Let's go ahead and put this right here. And we can get into our second pack. So this one, well, by the end of this, I'll have a method for opening these, but for right now, it's pretty bad. On my face, token last. All right, Endless Faith Bonder, Splatter Goblin, Snare Spinner, Phyrexian Espionage, Tejova, Steward of Tides, Warhost Frenzy, Island, also foil. That is beautiful, beautiful island. Niall Avizoa Aeronaut. Some tough words here. Shadowrite Priest. This is the black version. Definitely not as good as the Elvish one, but, you know, foil, can't complain. Plaza of Heroes. Now, this is actually a pretty decent card, and I think it has some value to it, so pretty great. Then we've got Urg, Spawn of Turg, a Frog Beast. Pretty decent card, but really doesn't do what you want it to do. We've got a Tor Wauki, the Younger. Oh, and then a Jedit Ojanin Mercenary, which is, I believe, a mythic rare, yes. And it looks pretty decent for token cards. We've got an Aisha Tanaka Armorer, and then a Temporary Lockdown, which is a decent card. Probably will see some play, but definitely not mind-blowing there. just got a sneak peek there at the end, but we've got Academy Wall, Bite Down, Geothermal Bog, Remove Soul. Interesting, that is a legend card. So that's going to be our first Legends card. Let's just put that right there. We've got a Choking Miasma, Tura Kennerid, Sky Knight, another forest, or I guess not another full art land, beautiful. Tori de Avenant, Fury Rider, Cruelty of Gix, decent card, but really a lot better in constructed than draft formats, which is unfortunately where I got it over the weekend. We've got an Urborg Lurgoyf, interesting take on obviously Tarmogoyf back in standard to some extent. We've got a Zar Ojanin, Sign of Efrava. We've got another Tor Wauki, Roga, Carekeep Overlord. Interesting, very interesting. I remember one of the first cards I ever got was from a Commander Precon, and it was a land, it was like something of Carekeep. It might have just been Carekeep, in fact, that created the Kobold, so it's good to see turn to that. We've got Radadrabic of Urborg, definitely some interesting synergies here with legendaries. And then here we go, a Shieldred the Apocalypse foil. This is a beautiful card, and it is also a very valuable one, so that's definitely great to see in our pack. All right, what is this, pack number 4 here? Already losing count, very sad. Here we go. Start off with Geothermal Bog, Writhing Necromass, Keldon Strike Team, Heroic Charge, Shalai's Acolyte, Fires of Victory, Beautiful Swamp, King Darien, the, what, 50-something? No, 40-something? I can't even tell you. Don't know my Roman numerals. Pretty cool looking card though. Quirion Beastcaller, callback to the Quirion Druid. Sphinx of the Clear Skies. I think this will actually be a pretty decent card. We'll see if like a blue-based control deck will emerge out of standard, but it is pretty strong. Queen Alenel of Raudak, Jasmine Boreal of the Seven, Sten, Paranoid Partisan, Tetsuo, Imperial Champion, a mythic. And then we've got a foil extended art Urborg Lurgoyf. That is a pretty card. And then our token. So far, beyond the Liliana, or not the Liliana, I wish, the Shieldred, not too crazy of pulls yet, but we've got a lot of packs to go. So let's go ahead and get into this next one. Again, I just cannot open these packs, but I guess I do got to credit Wizards for making them easier or harder to tamper with. Tangled Islet, Hammerhand, Gitu Amplifier, Coalition Warbrute, Runic Shot, Phyrexian Missionary, a Mountain. Again, these lands are beautiful. Another Radadrabic, a Namada Primeval Warden, Runvelt Hordemaster. Now this, in my opinion, is probably the best Lord that we got out of this set, just for that ability where you, when a goblin dies, you can exile the top card of your library and play it till the end of your next turn. That's going to be pretty special. We've got a Balmor Battle Mage Captain, Tobias Doomed Conqueror, the Ever-Changing Dane, and Jedit Ojanin Mercenary again. Oh, and we've also got Maria, Scholar of Antiquity. Interesting. And I will be going back and putting in the prices over all of these cards, just because I know that that's something that people will appreciate. But again, let's go ahead and get into another pack. All right, Impede Momentum, Broken Wings, Captain's Call, Yavimaya Steel Crusher, Urg Spawn of Turg. That's pretty cool art, especially in foil. Monstrous Warleech, another beautiful land. Rada, Coalition Warlord. Defiler Flesh, again, one of the worst Defiler cycles. Briar Hydra, unfortunately, this is like an intro deck. I guess they don't even make those intro decks anymore, but this is like an intro deck rare right there. Aaron Benalia's Ruin. Ramirez de Pietro, I believe this is also a callback to a former Legends card. Hazezon, Shaper of Sand. They are really throwing out the tough names in this one. Danitha, Benalius Hope. And then Jensen Carthelian, Druid Exile. And then our token. So we're definitely getting some interesting cards. I'm not, I don't know too much about this set yet. I know that beyond these legend cards, I know that Liliana, Shielded are all very good cards. But I really don't know a lot about some of these multicolored legends, how playable they're going to be, what value they kind of bring to standard. So it'll be really interesting to see how a lot of these new cards affect the format. But let's get into this next pack. All right, Sunlit Marsh, Take Up the Shield, Haunting Figment, Phyrexian Vivisector. This was actually a bomb for me in draft. Sprouting Goblin, Knight of Dawn's Light, a Forest, Queen Alenel of Raudak, Evolved Sleeper. This one actually performed very well for me in draft as well. We've got a Rodda's Firebrand, Lagomos, Hand of Hatred, really throwing curveballs here. Tobias, Doom Conqueror, another Hazezon, Shaper of Sand, a Zira, the Golden Sting, interesting looking card. Again, a multicolor legendary. And our final one is Revaz of the Claw. This is actually going to be a pretty interesting deck card, not necessarily for standard, but I think in other formats it'll prove very valuable in Dragon decks. And then our Soldier. Did we get a land in this pack? Oh, we did. It was a Forest. So far, we have one Legends card, and it is a Remove Soul, which I believe is just to counter a creature spell, so it's basically an Essence Scatter. So definitely not the best card. I know that a lot of these Legend cards, looking back, just compared to nowadays with all the power creep in Magic, it's really not comparable. The power level between some of these Legend cards and what we've been playing more recently in Standard. We've got a Wooded Richline, Voda Sea Scavenger. We've got an Idyllic Beachfront, Shadow Prophecy, Najal the Stormrunner, Sengir Connoisseur, an Island, beautiful. Ellis Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, very interesting new take on sort of the Blood Artist style. Phasing Zolfir, this is going to be also a very interesting card. I believe there's like several infinite combos with this already, but they're pretty difficult to pull off. Got Defiler of Vigor. This is probably the best one, so it is great to see it shown up here. We've got Tura Kennerud, Sky Knight, General Marhalt Elsdragon, King Darien the Whatever, and then an Adarkar Waste. Now this is a pretty card. Oh, and we also have a Historian boon here. But that Adarkar Waste, beautiful card there. All right, so we've now got 4 packs left. Let's see what we can get. All right, we've got a Magnagoth Sentry, Tattered Apparition. This is actually a very good card in draft too, surprisingly. Fine Shaper Prodigy, Griffin Protector, Battlewing Mystic, Yavimaya Iconoclast, Forest, Bortuk Bone Rattle, Silver Scrutiny, interesting card, probably a lot worse than it probably looks. I mean, what instant speed? You get to cast for instant speed if you're drawing 3 or less cards. Still not great. We've got Rosnacht, Hair of Roga. Basically, oh, this is also a throwback to the kobolds. Interesting card. They're always great to have kobolds. Oh, it does cost a mana though. We've got a Tori Davenant, Fury Rider, another Ramirez Del Pietro, an Orca Siege Demon, interesting, looks like an intro pack rare, and then a Radadrabic of Urborg, and a Defiler of Dreams as our last card. Now this is an interesting one because obviously blue, when you think about blue, you're not casting a lot of permanent spells, but the upside of drawing a card has got to be great, especially when you can reduce the cost, so we'll see if this sees any play. All right, hitting the final quarter of packs here. This is what, pack number 9. All right, got a Furious Bellow, Eerie Soul Tender, Bone Splinters, Pixie Illusionist, Rona's Vortex, Slimefoot's Survey, Plains, Danitha, Benalia's Hope, again, Rivaz of the Claw, normal version, Obsidian Obelisk, I've actually not seen this card yet, it looks pretty decent. A Rulik Mons Warren Chief, interesting card. Tobias Doomed Conqueror, the Ever-Changing Dane, a Sulphurous Springs, and our last card is a Valiant Veteran. Interesting, so this is the Soldier version. I don't know how playable this is going to be. The value isn't that great. It seems like it's an arena card for me, but I guess we will see. Nice and easy. Here we go. We've got a Captain's Call, Jaya's Fire NATO, Crystal Grotto, Impede Momentum, Rulik Mons Warren Chief, Hurloon Battle Hymn, a Mountain. We've got another Shieldred the Apocalypse. Interesting, I'm not complaining at all. Great card, very powerful, and wow, would you look at that? 2 Shieldreds. We've got a Drag to the bottom, probably not the greatest sweeper we've seen from black. It does kind of remind me of Languish. It is tough with that double black mana cost. Got a Niall Avazoa Aeronaut, Tor Wauki the Younger, Tetsuo Imperial Champion, and then a King Darien the Whatever. And our final card is Rith Liberated Primeval. Interesting dragon card. You don't really see those in Naya, but it is, I guess, kind of a throwback to Broodmade Dragon with creating that 4/4 red dragon creature. And now we have arrived at the final pack of the booster box. It's been pretty good so far. 3 Shieldreds, that's very surprising. We did get a legend card. I heard that they have actually been a lot more rare than people have expected. So, you know, always grateful to see some of these old cards, because legends gotta be, they might have even come out before I was born, so getting a hand on something like that is always sweet. All right, here we go. We've got a Negate, Shore Up, Hexbane Tortoise, Stall for Time, Walking Bulwark, Tony Davenant, Fury Rider, a beautiful swamp, Tura Kennerud, Sky Knight, another Defiler of Vigor, very nice, especially in foil, a Vesuvan Duplimancy, another card that I have not seen, but this looks very interesting as well, Bortuk Bone Rattle, Ramirez de Pietro Pillager, a Jorah Ageless Innovator. It's going to be interesting for artifact decks, probably in older formats, definitely not standard. We'll see in coming sets, but I don't think we have the support for it right now. And of course, we've got a beautiful Karn Living Legacy here. I will say that art is pretty spectacular. The card, however, not so much. And then our last card is a Keldon Flame Sage. Well, unfortunately, we did not find our Tabernacle, but I had a great time opening these packs. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and until next time, this has been Cooper MTG, and thank you guys for watching.